We're ready to go as the ball goes in the air. Favours Marinovic, but Norris came through. Picked up by Friars. Handball to nobody. Scown runs onto the footy, picks it up. He's got a player loose out wide, and it is Joel Page. So on centre wing, Page has made good position, decides to go long to centre half forward. Wynn dragging the ball back. Norris a little under the footy, picked up at half back by Hanley. Hanley only as far as Troy Elzinga in the middle of the ground for North Geelong. Called the play on, didn't go anywhere. Umpire called him. Barnett takes the mark. Handball to that's Dane Norris. Norris to half forward. Picked up by Michael Rowe. That's better from him. Oh, shocking kick. He's kicked it 30 metres backwards for North. Scown runs onto the footy. Can't quite pick it up. Elzinga, he's hung on to. Norris, handball to Barnett. Chris Barnett now, the left foot towards half forward. Habib hasn't had a touch today, I don't think, Jason. I certainly haven't called him. He's got one now. Handball out absolutely to nobody. He comes back strongly now, Habib, and stacks on the mill. Ball comes out, however. Hanley, handball to Kazina. Kazina doesn't know where to go, gets it to Marinovic. Marinovic now to a nest of North Geelong players. Bounce is not good for them. Scown does well to get it back to Page. Page eludes a tackle too easily and goes goalwards. Long kick, all Belpost still back there. It's over the head of all players. I think they're going to say Belpost still happy to get it through, but they're able to clear it through Edmonds. Out to centre wing. Numbers out there with North, but Dyer beats 4 players. Kicks it long to centre half forward. Very, very open at that end of the ground for Belpost Hill. Comes into the arms there of Allsop. Very fortunate. Low skimming kick. I'm not too sure who to. Bessie's out there. He's been pursued, in fact passed by Sean Lewis. He picks it up. Gets rid of it. Tackled by Zitko. Does work. Does good work. Zitko dives back in the footy. Handball to Michael Rowe. He wheels around. A skimming pass to Barnett. Not 15 to the umpire. Barnett hooks it and has missed. Gee, the 15 metre, not to be buying too much land off these blokes. That's a pretty good 15 metres to me. 8-6, 54 North, 5-6, 36 Belpost Hill. Third quarter, Raiders bingo scoreboard's been going 2.5 minutes.
I don't know about you guys, said there weren't much wind out there. I think there's a fair bit out there. That footy was staying fair up in that wind.
Yeah, it seems to have come up, you open your mouth and say the wrong thing all the time, Lois, don't I?
And I looked out and there's snow in the ear, so tell the listeners, that's where it is.
Well, Matty Lewis went for the short kick in, intercepted by Chris Barnett. He's gone back to the goal square. Carter drops the mark, and it's, did Ryder? No, it's touched through, rush behind for North. Very fortunate to get away with that Belpost still, I think, because 8-7, 55. They lead Belpost still 5-6, 36. 3 minutes gone now in the Raiders bingo third quarter as Matty Lewis kicked to himself and away he's gone. Kicked it out to centre wing. Again, Mario Zitko in the way there for North. Takes the mark. He's getting a call from Scown in the middle of the ground, also Hardman. But he's looking for something a little further forward, I think. But Belpost still all the numbers there. He's gone for Norris. Can't take the mark. Off hands or high tackle then on Collins. Umpire saw it that way, so Collins gets the free kick just on the defensive side of the centre square for Belpost Hill. Over the head of all players at half forward. Matheson, he's run over. Elzinga does well. Attacks the footy, takes it away, hooks it on the left foot and finds Friars in the middle of the ground. Quick handball to Dane Norris running through. Not too sure who he's kicked it to, but it's straight into the arms of Vincent Hanley. Hanley just backward of centre. Plays on quickly now, kicks it towards centre half forward for Belpost Hill. Off hands at the back of the pack. It's come to Elzinga once again. Gets a call from Scown on centre wing. Can he take the mark? He does. Thought about going on. Now he just chips it to Norris. Norris tackle high. Play on to the umpire. Friars goes backward to Matheson. They're in trouble here North and they get a foot to the ball. Allsop does. And he's got Scown on centre wing. So Scown now, doesn't go back now, he does, and kicks it back into the corridor to Hardman, unattended in the middle of the ground. Away he goes, runs a good measure on the left foot, a nice low loping kick into the forward half. Ryder can't take the mark, coming in there, Ryder comes back on it, throws the ball away. Zitko is in there, now it's a foot race, it's heading toward the boundary. I think Mario's hoping it'll go over, and it has done. No, he's done well. Good shepherding there, Michael Rowe. Zitko hooks it back into the toward the corridor. And Chris Barnett for North Geelong has taken the mark. Just Laurie, they're just controlling the game at the moment, North. They're not scoring too much.
Well, the guy you just called, Chris Barnett's had a fair bit of it in this third quarter, along with Elzinga as well. So they're both the best two players from this point in time in the third quarter.
So Marinovic now for Belpost Hill, kick to centre wing at the back of the pack. Dyer didn't take the mark, but pushes it along the ground to Sean Lewis. He pushes the ball further, trying to get it to a teammate.
Elzinga.
Dyer tackled Elzinga high over the shoulder, and the free kick has been paid. Away he goes, Troy Elzinga, the lead in the centre of the ground. Fryers at the back. He gets support from the young man in Page. He kicks it along the ground to Elzinga. Elzinga to the middle. Scown outnumbered. Ball comes back from Carr to McClure. McClure now chips it wide to Matt Lewis. He takes the mark on centre wing on the western side. Now they need to go direct. He kicks it long, Matt Lewis. Big pack of players there from the back. Allsop gets the handball. He gets it out wide. McDermott, he can't get to the footy as it's kicked off the ground toward the boundary, and it's 40 metres from the behind post in the attacking area for Belpost Hill. Not a lot happened in the first 6.5 minutes of the quarter.
Certainly not, Eric. Daryl Jones will be happy with the first 6 minutes, and there's still 3 goals behind Belpost Hill. They've got to get up and get a couple in front before this siren goes.
Well, in fact, the only score for this 6 minutes has been 2 behinds to North Geelong, so a goal vitally important in this forward foray for Belpost Hill. Short throw in, comes down to Backley, kicks it straight up in the air. Only player to go for it was Barnett again, off the ground. Player put down after he kicked the footy. Umpire didn't see it. There was Page, picked up by McClure towards the full forward position. Numbers there with North Geelong, but can they get the footy? Finally picked up there by Hayes. Well, it's a terribly scrambly passage of play. Zeal picks it up. He's tackled, threw it away. Comes there to the advantage of North Geelong. Urquhart went without it. Page kicked off the ground. Finally comes to Barnett. Over to Hardman. Now North are away. Hardman's running. He's running a long way. Doesn't bounce the ball, but he gets the foot to the footy. And here's Habib from the forward pocket. He's on centre wing. Has taken the mark ahead of Martin. Would be his first kick, I think, today, Jason Habib.
One kick, one handball.
He's gone wide. What's happened here?
Hardman, go back. So
comes back to Jason Habib. The lead has come from Michael Rowe. That's a better attack on the football, Michael Rowe. Took it chest high, leaping into the air. The low skimming pass into the full forward area. O'Brien read it well. He's got an open goal. He's hooked it around the body. Missed everything. It's running towards and in fact over the boundary line. In front of the scoreboard here, which is in the forward pocket at the southern end of Myers Reserve. Boundary umpire is about to arrive as the ball is 10 metres from the behind post. 5-6-36, 8-7-55. North Geelong in control. A lot of Belpost Hill players have gone back into defence there, and Marinovic gets it down. McClure threw it out as to
throw.
I think he saw it too, the umpire. So Jason Habib's, I think the man's going to take the kick. And probably couldn't be in better hands.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know that he was the nearest person, but he's claiming the kick. And
what's his job? He's there to kick goals.
Well, we saw him at Thompson kick 7 magnificent goals, didn't we? And
I think he's been around the traps long enough to know this. He's got to aim at probably that guy with his hands up.
Yes. So Jason Habib, hardly sighted in the first half, but he's been prominent in the first 9 minutes of this quarter. He has a free kick 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're right behind him. And that's a magnificent kick from Habib into the breeze. And that is his first goal. It is the 9th for the North Geelong side. 9-7, 61. They lead Belpost Hill, kicking with the breeze in this first quarter, yet to score. 5-6-36 Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard, 9.5 minutes gone.
Cal, I think Darryl will be pretty pleased with this third quarter, wouldn't
he? Yeah, I thought their back line just kept persevering. They just held Belpost Hill out, and Belpost Hill would have been disappointed. They had a chance down there a couple of times in the forward line, haven't converted, and as we say, simply a minute later, and North Geelong kick a goal into the breeze, and that's certainly going to damage Belpost Hill.
So, umpire McElhenney in the middle once again. Norrish, this time again Marinovic gets the kick, but great defensive work, and that's Dane Norris taking strong mark at centre half back. He's not very tall, but he's a good stretch, goes wide and finds Scown on half back flank. Scown now back into the corridor to Allsop, who can kick the football. Has taken the mark, just chips it over the top, and they're just working it away. North Geelong to Barnett. He's gone right across the ground. Numbers out there with
Zitko.
North. Zitko once again. Got on a string today. On the left foot. Lovely lead there from young Ryder. And that's a strong mark. Leading forward. So he's just outside 50. Has Vesey leading towards him. Oh, the kick wasn't so great. But the follow-up lead was very handy. Jason the Bib coming 10 metres behind Vesey. And... I don't know, they call that tandem, do they, Loz?
No, I think that's a set play, actually, Eric. I think Vesey had no way known he was going to catch that footy. He just kept running, and Jason, he's been around the traps a bit, Eric. He was smart enough just to go in over the top. And
well, it worked beautifully because he's taken the easiest chest mark 35 metres out. 45-degree angle the other side this time. Just kicked the goal a moment ago from the western side. Lovely approach. Lovely looking kick, and I tell you what, he loves kicking goals, Jason the Bib. 2 in a minute, and he's got himself into the game, and he's got North starting to take some sort of control now. 2 goals very quickly into the breeze, 10-7-67. They lead Belpost till 5-6-36. That's Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard, 11.5 minutes gone.
Just shades of the first quarter again. Laurie just starting to chip the ball around, getting loose again, North Geelong players, and then finish off with another goal.
Yeah, well, I've been pretty impressed with their effort this year, Peter. You haven't seen them, but their second efforts and third efforts in a game have been very, very good. You know, I've said against Thompson, looked like getting rolled 3 times, forward back. They didn't win the game, but there's a bit of character out there, I think.
So in the middle once again, Marinovic clearly gets a tap down, only as far as Michael Rowe. Read that well. Off one step, gets it to half forward. O'Brien does well, looks for a handball, gets Page. His kick was smothered off the boot. McClure now, he's kicking for Laurie, looking for touch. Norris does well, Reece Norris, and off the boot there of Jamie Collins, it ambles over the boundary line. So ball will be thrown in adjacent to our broadcast position. 12.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Often deemed the premiership quarter, Loz, in a game of footy.
Yes, I think it will. Well, it won't be a premiership today, but it might be the winning one.
So the ball now comes forward. Nice handball forward. McClure, he's tackled, kicks as he's slung to the ground. Gets the ball forward 25 metres for the Belpostal side, only as far as the boundary line, unfortunately. And the ball will be thrown in. Half forward flank for Belpostal, kicking with the breeze in this third quarter to the northern end. 13 minutes gone. But they trail 67-36. Boundary umpire now puts it in. Marinovic again, nice tap down. All Belpost still at the drop of the footy. Handball comes to Handley. Handley hooks it around the body. All North Geelong in the goal square. Almost take a miraculous mark. There was Nick Popovski with the flight of the footy in the goal square off his hands for a behind. First score for Belpost still in this quarter, 5-7-37. They trail North Geelong 10-7-67. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 13.5 minutes gone. Allsop now, low skimming kick in against the breeze. Diving mark taken there by Hayes. Hayes on half-back flank for North. Gee, the wind's got that one. In front, Michael Rowe. Oh, you'd reckon that was nearly a free kick, surely. But off hands, it's come to Edmonds. Hooks it around the body and found Urquhart at half forward for the Belpostal side. Man on the mark's on 50, and with a bit of breeze behind him, not without a chance, decides to chip it short. Chipping in there, reading it well, was Hayes for North Geelong.
It was a bad option.
Well, there's another bad option because he's looked for Hardman, gone back into the corridor. Why would you do that if you're a defender, Loz?
No, I think the run will be out to him pretty smartly.
And a brilliant mark there by Jamie Collins, and I suppose he was left for dead a bit, poor old Lee Hardman on that occasion. There wasn't a lot of talk. And I tell you what, I think he's hurt himself taking that mark, Jamie Collins.
Yes, well, I think Lee might have been fortunate too. He didn't get crunched as well because it was a bit of a hospital kick in there. Yeah. You know, they're the sort of things that can bring you good players undone, and you don't want injuries to good players.
So the man on the mark's 20 metres out, directly in front, and Jamie Collins moves in. Gee, I tell you what, he could barely kick that, but he has kicked a goal, and a much needed goal for the Belpost Hill side. First for Collins, and that's the 6th for Belpost Hill. 6-7-43. They trail North Geelong 10-7-67. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard, 15.5 minutes gone.
Making his way to the boundary now, Jamie Collins.
Yeah, well, it was certainly a well-needed goal for the Panthers. They certainly needed that one, and they need to rattle on 2 or 3 quick ones, or this game's going to slip right away from them. And there was just probably an error again that North Geelong made.
It's hard to know whether it was sort of a hamstring or whether it stretched him to get the mark or whether he's landed heavily. He's certainly in a bit of discomfort.
Yeah.
Might be knee, I think, or something like that. He seemed to land on his knee, didn't he?
So in the middle again, Marinovic. This time Norris does well. Handball to Barnett. Barnett, tackled high, surely by Lewis, but picked up by Rowe. Gee, all of a sudden the ferocity in the middle of the ground has suddenly taken off as Belpost still through Matty Lewis. Get the ball forward, but can't pick it up as the ball comes towards centre wing. This time, Matty Lewis laid the best bump you have ever seen in the game of footy on his teammate, and he's laid him down. That's unfortunate. The North Geelong player got out of that sandwich as the ball's gone to half-back flank to McClure. Looking for Matt Lewis. It's fallen to the back of the pack, picked up by Allsop. He kicks under pressure, going back to McClure. He will take the mark as Michael Rowe comes in pretty late.
He's going to make him earn it, wouldn't he?
Well, he certainly did that, no doubt in the wide world. So McClure gets himself to his feet. Given the football back, I think he's okay. As well, he thought about handball to Popovsky there. Now decides to kick the ball along the western wing. Marinovic on his own and, should have taken the mark. He had a bit of height over Norris.
Norris free kick.
Well seen, umpire. I saw that one as well, and he's done a great job, Bruce Norris.
He has.
Round the ground, particularly, as Laurie mentioned, as on half-back flank, has the free kick. Decides to go to the middle of the ground. I'm not too sure how good that option is, but Jason the Bib called everybody out, took the mark unattended, handball to Chris Barnett, and that's a training drill because coming out from full forward marking just inside 50 is Clint Vesey. Decides to have a go at them from 50. It's a glorious long kick. It's going to land short. North Geelong player, the only player to mark beside the behind post, the goal post. It looks like, is it young Ryder?
I'm just trying to pick him up. I got him on the monitor.
A fantastic mark, basically unattended. And it was. Young Chris Ryder kicks his second. So terrific effort from him in the 11th for North. 11-7-73. They lead Belpost Hill 6-7-43. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. 18 minutes gone. Keller, really was too easy.
It was. Once again, as you say, they just more of a training drill there, and that's now blown out the 30-point lead. And you can just see North Geelong now. I think they're just going to start going away with this.
Rob Cuttajar on the ground for his first run for the day. I haven't seen him out there before, Eric, have you?
No, I haven't sighted him, and May coming
Clinton
back
May on as well.
So they're ringing the changes. Darryl Jones as the ball goes in the middle again. Good tap away by Marinovic, but at the drop of the footy, and this is where North seem to be doing very well. Chris Fryers overruns the footy, helped out by Michael Rowe, decides to take him on, has a bounce, runs a fair way, runs a long way, but gets his kick out to half forward, and who would he kick it to? Mario Zitko. Takes the mark on the left foot quickly. The lead come from Ryder once again. Can't complete the mark. Carter does well for Belpost Hill. Gets the ball back towards centre wing on his own. Simon Zeal for Belpost Hill. Takes the chest mark.
Nothing to kick to, Eric.
No, they've all in defence. He decides to chip it short. Hardman read that very well. Gets some support there from Elzinger and comes back inboard. Barnett had a great quarter. Takes the mark in the middle. Kicks the ball out wide. Gee, they're crisscrossing a bit, but Zitko again takes the mark on centre wing. Handball to Hardman, who ran on. He hooks it back around the body. Terrible kick straight to Nathan McClure, and takes the mark unattended. Although Clint Vesey did arrive a little late and made sure he earned it. Wasn't going to run on. McClure now. High kick towards centre wing. Players there. Lewis, Sean. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground. That's Popovsky, handball straight to Fryers. He hands in turn to Allsop, and Allsop to the middle of the ground. Norris tries to get hold of the footy. Cuttajar just on the ground, can't take it. Picked up by McAuliffe for Belpost Hill. Ball kicked towards half forward. Good courageous mark there from Hayes. Hasn't done too bad in the back half today.
No, he's done well, Eric.
Cuttajar gets it over to Dane Norris. He gets the lead there of Habib, and coming into his own in this third quarter, Jason Habib. Vesey, he comes forward. Numbers with Belpost Hill. Kazuna dropped what he should have taken. Picked up there by McClure. Terrific smother, Michael Rowe. Comes back to work it. He can't get through. Rowe put to ground. Tackle
Free kick
unfairly, said the umpire. And there's still a bit of feeling there. But Michael Rowe has the free kick at the end of the day. And the man on the mark is 55 metres from goal.
You nearly picked someone's pocket there, Rowie.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, I think he might be feeling the effects of that, though. The push from behind. As Jason Habib.
He's a pretty wiry little customer.
Oh, yes.
Eric.
Especially where goals are concerned. Decides to chip it across the ground. Chris Barnett again on his own. Must have some sort of disease this quarter, has he?
Yeah, he's probably had, I'm not doing any stats, but he's probably had 6 or 8 kicks this quarter. Rowie's had 6 as well. He's going to get another one.
So, well, the ball's gone from Rowe on half-forward flank to Barnett in the centre square. Now Rowe takes the mark with the man on the mark at 50. Would be a very good kick in this breeze. And he's kicked an absolute shocker. Handley intercepts at half-back, and poor choice there by Rowe. As Belpost still now. Kick it to the centre of the ground. Good work again by Hayes. Kicks it to another good young player in Joel Page. He's put down very late by Matthew Lewis. Didn't enjoy that too much, I think, Page. But it's a learning situation. There's a good lead there from Habib. Can't take the mark. Comes back. Numbers with Belpost still. Habib does well. Tries to kick it off the ground. Gets some support there from Ryder. Now he's bottled it up, and that's great forward defence, isn't it? Because Habib made sure that didn't come out of the 50.
Yeah, the coach would be happy with that, Eric. You've got to work hard to keep it in the 50, and they certainly did that on that side. And from the big guys, it's their turn to do that.
So the ball in the air. Habib used the body, took the ball, handball quickly forward. Unfortunately, Sean Lewis intercepts for Belpost Hill. All North Geelong forming the wall across the half-forward line there, but the ball beats them over the boundary line.
Sean Lewis's first quick kick in this third quarter. You know, that's not enough from your good players. They've got to get more kicks than that.
Yeah, well, you need your good players firing all the time, don't you?
That's right.
So the ball now, half-forward flank for North Geelong, kicking to the southern end in this third quarter. 22 and a half minutes gone. 73 plays 43. North Geelong in front. Chris Fryers does the ruck work, gets the ball to the ground. Barnett off the ground towards half forward, a foot race. Rowe was in front of Page, got attacked from behind. McClure picked it up, out wide to Matthew Lewis. Kicks to the middle of the ground looking for Sean Lewis. Hardman attacks the footy, tackle high, and umpire agrees. And, well, just the benefit of going for the footy, Loz. He just had eyes.
He went hard for the footy, Eric, and he likes to run with the footy. And he was off too, I'll give you the drum.
So Hardman now, long kick, inside 50. Bessie can't take the mark. Habib went without it. Kazuna picked it up. 3 metre kick to his teammate there was Marinovic, and finally it's Matt Lewis. Hooks it around the body. Zeal, good position, takes the comfortable chest mark. Good shepherding Sean Lewis on that occasion. Gone right across the ground. It's now with Popesky for the Belpost Hillside Dyer, a long way out of the play, must be playing at full forward. I don't know what value that is, Loz.
No.
As North Geelong do well. Comes out by hand to the big fella May, back by hand to Hayes. Hayes now, numbers with North Geelong if the ball stays in. Unfortunately it doesn't, and drifts over the boundary line before players can get to it. So it's out of bounds. 24 minutes gone, third quarter. Very good quarter into the breeze for North Geelong. They lead by 30 points as the ball thrown in out of centre wing. May reaches over from the back illegally, said the umpire. So Marinovic, the big man in front, has the free kick. Marinovic now kicks inside 50 for Belpost Hill. Oh, dropping back, great courage there by Hayes. Doesn't take the mark, however. Handball comes back to Popovsky again and has kicked it out of bounds, not on the full. Goal umpire giving some assistance to his boundary there. Johnny on the spot.
The goalie's going to get a kick, or give him a stat as well.
Certainly looks a bit like it, doesn't it? So the ball now will be thrown in 5 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Belpost Hill. Desperately need a goal to get them towards being back in May. Stretched over again. Ham came down. Carter missed the ball completely. Stacks on the mill, almost in the 10-metre square. It's a real rugby scrum at the moment. Umpire puts the whistle on play, and one by one the players get up off the ground. Last man up is Joe McDermott, I think, from the bottom of that pack for North Geelong. So umpire now, the edge of the 10-metre square. Big punch away, comes to Chris Barnett again. Gets the ball clear from outside 50, picked up by Marinovic. Left foot kick towards full forward, but good position there was Page. Takes the mark now, chips it wide. They've run hard north to clear the danger area. And Allsop takes the mark. Hasn't got a lot to kick to. Now draws the player and kicks it over the top, looking for it. Hayes on half-back flank has picked they're taking the mark. Goes towards centre wing. Oh, good work there by Page. Had 3 to beat and did well to work his way between them and take the mark. Goes across the ground to the middle. Player unattended there is May. Takes the mark comfortably without going anywhere. Kicks it long off a step to half forward Chris Fryers. Stood his ground, put the arms up and took the mark. It's pretty top start stuff, but it's ended up in the arms of Clint Vesey, 25 metres out. And I guess, Laurie, from a former defender, what did you think about Kazuna's attempt at spoiling that?
Yeah, not too flash at all, Eric. But the North Geelong have played pretty well this quarter. They have chipped the ball around, but it's fairly strong breeze out there, and their tactics, I think, have been pretty good.
So Vesey now, 25 metres out, moves in. I tell you what, he doesn't miss too many, although I think he might have missed that one. The umpire's indicating missed it to the left-hand side. 3-2 off his boot.
Did you see where his leg was? It was tucked up under somehow.
Yeah. So behind 11-8-74 North. They lead Belpost till 6-7-43. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard, 27 minutes gone. So now Matthew Lewis went for the torpedo and got it. It's going to land in the centre circle, but at the back of the centre circle is Hayes again for North. Handball backwards to his teammate there in Allsop. Allsop finds Fryers, and here go North taking it back into attack again. Fryers runs to almost 50. Vesey, if that had been a cream cake would have splashed all over his chest. However, came around on the left foot and just moving quietly out of the forward pocket to take a mark in front of his face. Mario Zitko chips it inboard, and Vesey, well, he was heading back towards the goal square, but in the meantime decided he'd double back, and Mario Zitko saw that. Nice pass, and Vesey 20 metres further out on this occasion, but the same sort of angle. So we'll see what he can do with this one.
He doesn't muck around, does he?
No, he's kicked 3 for the year. 51 is his tally, so he's past the 50 mark, which is a pretty fine effort in, the 9th round. So moves in. Oh, did that well, didn't he? Chris Barnett just standing there, 30 metres out directly in front. Very nice kick from Vesey. Looked at for all money as if he was going to have a shot for goal, and has found Chris Barnett. And I think even in his glory days at East Geelong, Chris Barnett doesn't kick a lot of goals lost.
No, he's not a noted goal kicker, but boy, he's had a few kicks in this third quarter.
Has absolutely dominated the quarter, I'd suggest, and to get a goal would cap off a terrific quarter for him and a very good quarter for North. Moves in. The siren has sounded as the ball is in the air, and he has kicked a goal. So a great finale for this quarter for the North Geelong side. Off the boot of Chris Barnett, he gets a goal as the siren sounds, and they go to 12 goals, 8-80 North Geelong, leading Belpost till 6-7-43, and that is the three-quarter time score. Only 29 minutes the quarter. Timekeepers must be getting cold, wanting to go home perhaps. But that is the three-quarter time score. 12-8-80 North, 6-7-43 Belpost till. Goal kickers to three-quarter time for Belpost till. 2 to Popovsky Nick, 1 to Collins, 1 to David Popovsky, 1 to Lewis Sean, and 1 to Urquhart. And for North Geelong, 3 to Zitko, 3 to Vesey, 2 to Ryder, 2 to Habib, 1 to O'Brien, and 1 to Chris Barnett. We'll go back to the studio for some messages, and when we return, Laurie and Cal will summarise that third quarter. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, the home of local football.